Hi everyone. I appreciate all of you, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching Humanity Matters Live, the original Humanity Matters series before we started going live. I want to thank you for watching my videos that I produce and put online, such as in YouTube and other places. And I'm also doing some things at Daily Motion. And as the next couple of months go by and years, I plan on becoming a media mogul. I guess that's a way to pronounce it. Something of a media maverick. And I will be online many different places and doing many different things. And as a matter of fact, I will find a way, with God's help, to get my TV series to become a series that is monetized. And the reason for that is I have missions in life. And one of my missions is each and every one of you. And I need to explain something to you during this little break here. To say that my mission is you and your success, it does not seem authentic. It doesn't seem genuine. But Annette could attest to this.
Yep.
That my thoughts daily are of taking care of my family, taking care of my cats, helping human beings, and helping other animals. So much so that the episode you're watching is speaking about Obamacare. And even though it's controversial and a lot of people hate me for saying and speaking in favor of Obamacare, I have to rise above that because I know what it means to your life and the lives of others. And I'm not being presumptuous. And I'm not saying that, I know something you don't. But what I do know fully is that there are benefits that we are receiving today. All of us, every American who can get access, whichever way you get it, through your employer, through Obamacare, Medicare, Medicaid, employed, wherever. But because of the Affordable Care Act law itself, it actually allowed certain requirements, it instilled requirements that actually has improved health care for you. Now, I will honestly say this to you. I'm not thrilled with the law myself. It doesn't go far enough, and in some cases it goes too far. But we must work together as an American people. And we don't need to put labels like Democrat or Republican, constitutionalist, libertarian, green, socialist, or independent. We need to remember who we really are, Americans. But let us go deeper than that for a second. We are human beings, and humanity really does matter. So I bring you today an episode that speaks to protecting us, protecting every American's health, and eventually making sure that every American has health care. Every other country has done this, and even Adolf Hitler kept in place health care for the German people, even during his evil ways. It is true, he killed over 6 million people, but the ones that he deemed to be worthy, they received health care. So I have to ask Americans, I have to ask Pittsburghers, how can we say we are one of the greatest nations on earth and one of the most free nations when a dictator and one of the worst people that ever lived has offered his people health care and our nation has not? and this be not partisan. When we look at an entire political party, which is the Republican Party, consistently trying to harm people, gut healthcare access, and ultimately cause people to die, we have to ask ourselves, where is the value in that party? But we really have to ask a very harsh question. How can any real patriotic American ever vote for another Republican outside of the three that said no? How can any real patriot ever again vote for a Republican knowing they were willing to have 16 to 32 million or more Americans lose their health care coverage, cause deaths, and cause bankruptcies? This is egregious, it is unethical, and frankly, they speak to being a Christian party. But if they are Christian, then I can only say they are wolves in sheep's clothing, or take it a little bit further back, they are the serpent in the garden. They are the snake tempting Eve and causing Adam and Eve to be thrown out. Make no mistake, I hold no hatred of anybody, including the Republicans. But their actions are coming into their minds. Their actions and their thoughts are of pure evil. When you are willing to exchange health care for the lives of human beings, we're talking about children, women with cancer, babies with cancer, and across the board, senior citizens. When you are willing to exchange that for any reason, whether it's monetary, it's political, it's religious, I don't care what the reason is. If you are willing to have your fellow human beings, your fellow countrymen die, well, I have to say to you, you are a spirit of evil. Now that may be harsh for anyone who's ever voted Republican or plans to now. Understand you can never again vote with good conscience knowing what you know now, because if you do, you must realize you are literally voting for evil. And I still love you, but I will not sit idly by and give you a pass. And let me say this, on July the July the 30th, 2017, I got baptized. I am a believer of Jesus. And I can say this to you, and I can say this wholeheartedly. I love you, and I do not carry my religion on my sleeve. And I love you. But as a human being, to say that it's okay to get rid of access to health care for any reason, I cannot understand it. I cannot conceive of it. We're not talking about, ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about the fact that, yes, there are people who've lost their health care coverage because they couldn't afford it, because in some cases, things happen. But to put the lives of 16 to 32 million people at risk, to say to women that if you ever had a child, you now have a pre-existing condition, and then to also say anyone with a pre-existing condition can be turned down again, and to take that position, there can only be one spirit that is getting you to do that, and that has to be the spirit of evil, the spirit of the devil, the spirit of Satan. or if you're a non-believer, the cosmic negative energy. But it cannot, will not, and must not ever pollute your mind into thinking that taking away the health care of anyone is good for everyone. And we must not take away from those in need because of our own personal needs. But I will end this segment by saying this. We are supposed to be a united nation. This is called the United States of America. If you truly believe in what you celebrate on the 4th of July, Memorial Day, or any day, if you truly feel that you are a bona fide American, then I ask you to look inside your mind, your compassion, and say wholeheartedly, we will not repeal, not now, not ever, we will never repeal Obamacare, we will never privatize or repeal Medicare, we will never privatize or repeal or destroy Medicaid, we will never take away the funding or destroy or privatize the Veterans Administration. We must say also to our members of Congress by calling 1-202-224-3121, we must say wholeheartedly to our members of Congress that if you are guaranteed health care access and at an extremely low cost of less than $530 per year, if you have yourself and your families covered, you cannot be above the laws that you force upon your employers. We, the people, are the employers of every member of Congress. Yet we, the people, face death, destruction, and financial ruin because of the actions and inactions of members of Congress. I implore you to stand up, to become powerful enough in your being and in your spirit to say, look, I may not be happy with Medicaid, Medicare, Obamacare, and it may cost us a lot, and there may be things wrong, but we will fix these problems together. And we, the American people, must legally, peacefully, ethically, and financially demand that the Republicans in Congress and the Democrats and the independents in Congress work together to fix the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, to fix and fund the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, fix and fund the Veterans Administration, fix and fund Social Security, fix and fund Medicaid, fix and fund Medicare. Because after all, my family and my friends and my fans, after all, are we not Americans? Do we not have a soul? I cannot speak for another living soul on this planet, but I can guarantee you I will never legally stop fighting peacefully, ethically, and financially until they take these reductions and privatizations of Obamacare, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security completely off the table. And with respect to the man in the White House, you have done so much to harm the morale of this nation that you should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. Trump. But if you are not ashamed of yourself, Mr. Trump, I say unto you, you have the spirit of evil residing in you. My friends and my family out there, am I long-winded? You better believe it. But am I speaking the truth? The truth is, if we let one American go without health care, one American go hungry, one American go homeless, we have failed all Americans. When there is one hungry man or woman amongst us, there is all hungry men and women amongst us. And when there is injustice anywhere, there is injustice everywhere. Like Martin Luther King once said, I implore you, stand up, do what but twice a week, every week, for the next 30 to 50 years, until they listen to the will of the people. If you be an American, I will repeat the words of John F. Kennedy, if you be a patriot, ask not what your country can do for you, rather ask what you can do for your country. And now, my friends, we shall return to the live portion of this episode, and I ask you to call 412-231-2288. We will only be live on August the 1st, 2017 for this particular episode. We will be back in September. You can watch us on Wednesdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. But call right now, August the 1st, 2017, between the hours of 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7. Call 231-2288. And my friends and my family, remember, your life matters. And now back to the live episode.